Cookies is such a nice word. You know, if it was called like data breach, I'm sure people wouldn't check the box. Sure, I'll accept data breach. Yeah.
A cookie is an electronic device planted on your hard drive.
Bits of code that track your movement.
To my knowledge of internet cookies is
it's what websites use to kind of help move your browser move faster.
It might even have eye tracking.
It makes their website work better.
I just know that there's clear cookies on like your like computer or your iPhone. I have no idea what it is at all.
I would describe cookies as a hug from the inside.
I know for targeted ads, they are basically because they track your data.
Almost all of us have willingly surrendered a great deal of private information to the world, whether we like it or not.
We've signed away our life to them because of the fine print.
I think it's weird when you'll be talking about something with your friend,
We were looking for a new vacuum, but we just talked about it.
but then you'll go home and you'll see like an ad.
And they had like a targeted ad for vacuum cleaners.
Then that's scary.
I do feel like I am being stalked by these corporations.
I will buy something and then the next day I will see 100 ads for the exact same thing. Great suggestion! How did you ever come up with that?
I feel a sense of there's no privacy anymore, and that's kind of not okay.
When it comes to using personal data and using cookies and using targeted ads,
Is like secretly taking this and this and this, and it's creepy.
Quit being creepy in my life.
Dial it back.
Enough with the sneaky stuff.
Advertising that isn't tracking my every move, I would feel more comfortable with that.
I really wish there was a way that advertisers could sell to me without spying on me.
You don't need to necessarily be watching and listening all the time.
you don't know the word enough.
I want to be told about your products, but I don't want to be reminded that you're looking into every little detail about me on the internet.
Whether that's a different kind of advertisement that doesn't take your data, I think there's a way to make everyone happy.
It was so great to hear all those different perspectives from so many different consumers. I always find it really fascinating. I think we get wrapped up in the fact that we know our industry so well. Sometimes it's nice just to take a step back and hear really what consumers are actually seeing, hearing, and feeling in our industry. And so I think what this is really telling us is that the consumers today are really all over the place in what's going on with their data and what's happening with how digital advertising is actually reaching them, which is really fascinating. Because as we get buried in our everyday and we're dealing with solutions like the cookie going away, what are we going to do? Or privacy and regulation and governments starting to really crack down on how we're using audience data, we really have to remember that at the real core of this is the consumers are trying to find ways to feel safer online, but yet still be able to get access to the content that they love. I mean, let's think about it. If SpaceX is ready to send a civilian flight to Mars, and the pharma industry has created so many of these amazing COVID vaccines in 1 year, we should be able to create a consumer-centric way to create an amazing experience without using personal or browsing data. And for ourselves to achieve brand safety and watch all of these rules that we've put in place, are they really working, or are they really just harming our brands? Because really fundamentally, we're not really understanding the environment that our users are in. Right now, the solutions that are currently in the industry really are antiquated. We're not looking at all of the context on a page or in a video to make an appropriate decision. We need to use all of the power of AI technologies. So grabbing all of these points into one granular level to understand how we can create and captivate our consumer by these really amazing creatives, by really understanding the content. This is going to tell the consumer we care, we're respecting them. No more of these intrusive ads, no more of these things appearing out of nowhere following them around. Why can't we help a consumer get free, amazing content and also give them advertising they want, engage with, and be creative with? So the future of contextual is what we believe is also going to continue to fuel that creativity. Dynamic ad copy that adjusts itself depending on the surrounding content. Ultimately, we think contextual could help advertisers use content as a proxy for intent. In other words, the content could help us gauge whether the consumer is interested or not. Let's be real. If you're literally looking at relaxation techniques because you've had such a tough week, yes, of course, what makes sense? A spa day option, some skincare products, ways to make you feel good, totally makes sense. But really, do you really want to see a car ad even if you're in the current market for shopping for a car? No. So we think there is everything to play for here in trying to create a system of online ads that actually makes consumers smile rather than grind their teeth. And so we have a panel of experts here who are going to talk through how we can achieve that. Please welcome Stephanie Laser and Allison Schulte.